Hey guys, it's Mark from Christ Centered Fitness coming at you on a Monday. Second time I've actually recorded this video. Well, technically the first time I spoke for a number of minutes and didn't record. In any case, today I'm going to be talking about starting a fitness or nutrition plan and the obstacles that you can have in your marriage as a result of that kind of thing. And, there's really three main obstacles that I've seen occur in a number of relationships. So I just want to address those today. Video could run a little longer than usual. Sorry, not sorry. It's important. I feel like it's important to talk about. So I'm just going to go on and hopefully you'll find something useful. So the first thing I see a number of people encounter is that they want to start an exercise and nutrition plan and their spouse simply is not on board. For whatever reason, the spouse maybe isn't objecting to it per se, but they're just not interested in participating. And you really can't fault people for that, given what the media has made exercise and nutrition out to be. If you want to do something, anything useful to your body, they've given you the portrayal that you have to grind out these horrific workouts and eat tilapia and broccoli all day long, and your life is going to be miserable in order to get a six-pack. And the long and short of it is, first of all, that's really unnecessary. Our workouts really ultimately should just be a gradual progression of increasing intensity in order to better serve our bodies and help them progress over time. It doesn't have to be a full-out butt-kicking blast every time. So that's really not the intention of a workout. Really, a workout and exercise bout should build you up instead of tearing you down. Similarly, nutritionally, food is supposed to be, a pleasurable experience, and our bodies are meant to utilize that as a form of energy to perform whatever tasks we need to perform. So we don't have to eat birdseed and we don't have to eat horrific foods in order to see progress. But some people, they don't know that. So I found that the best way to handle this situation ultimately is just to go about it on your own. Don't count on your spouse's participation and use that as a means to motivate you to fulfill your obligations that you're making to yourself. If you started this journey as a means to be a good steward to your body for the purpose of God or for God's ability to fulfill His purpose in your life, then really your external motivations, like within your family and things like that, those things can help, but they shouldn't be the primary determinant of whether you're going to do something or not. So I would encourage you, just go about doing what you're going to do. When it comes to things like dinner, if you have a shared dinner time and everybody generally eats the same thing together, don't feel as though you need to prepare two separate dinners, one birdseed dinner for you and one very hearty and delicious meal for everybody else. It could just be as simple as being a little bit more mindful of the quantity of food that you're eating. And, it can be, limiting the sauces that you might put on your food that other people might choose to put on their food at the table. And for you, for example, you might add an extra plate of side salad in order to get some of the benefits from the vegetables there. You might do a side of cooked vegetables. Whatever the case is, just to sort of fill out and round out your plate, but without disrupting the overall meal flow in your house. As a side benefit, if maybe your spouse ends up eating some more vegetables and eating a little bit less of maybe some of the other stuff that they would otherwise eat. Maybe your kids see your example and take that example up, and they start to see those things and at least see it modeled in the house, right? So that's really the most practical step I can tell you to take, is to pursue along that path. Just keep doing what you need to do, and hopefully your modeling it will show the rest of the family, what's happening in your life. Now, kind of parallel to this, or kind of along the same track, another issue that some people face is that maybe they've got their exercise and nutrition plan established, and they just really, they don't need their spouse on board so much for their own purposes, but now they really want their spouse to be on board because maybe they feel there's a division. I'm on a different track than where my spouse is going. I wish my spouse would see things in the way that I see them, and I wish that they would see the ability to serve God better when you're feeling better, when you're taking care of your body, And again, kind of along those same lines, I would say model the behavior you hope to see, right? Ultimately, not only will they see physical changes from what's going on in your body, but hopefully they'll see the energy change, your confidence change, your abilities change, right? And maybe that will draw them to start asking questions and maybe start participating with you. Another way to kind of get them to participate and come on board is invite them to do things maybe that are a little bit less intense than maybe what level you've achieved. So if you're regularly going to the gym and you're doing something like that, maybe that's a little bit too much of a leap for your spouse. Maybe it's, hey, after dinner, do you want to maybe go for a 15-minute walk every day? Just, I feel like it would be a great opportunity to get some fresh air and just connect with you. Spend 15 minutes. Or maybe it's bring the kids and just get everybody out and say, let's burn their energy out before bedtime. And then maybe we can have more time to spend together talking and watching Netflix or whatever the case it is, after they go to bed because they're going to crash. Whatever the case is, use it as a means to sort of, as a segue, as a step to get them being more active. Maybe they never take the next step, but at least they're taking some steps along the way. And kind of finally, I would encourage you, I'm hoping that your spouse would see stewardship as a means to fulfill God's purpose in their life as being an important motivator, but maybe they also need some external, encouragement. And this is where you come in. And I would just suggest that you try and pay attention to whatever your spouse's love language is. If you haven't read the 5 Love Languages book, it's worth picking up because often we show our appreciation or love for people in ways that we like to receive it. If we'd like to have physical touch, we'll touch other people. Maybe other people even find that creepy. But anyways, the point is that, if your spouse appreciates acts of service, but you're just showing them through physical touch, you may not be really inciting them. So kind of paralleling what I said about point number 2 is, maybe you get your spouse out to walk with you. Maybe you get them to, do some kind of a home exercise workout with you, some kind of a video or something like that. You get them active. Afterwards, think about what their love language is. In my house, I do laundry. I love folding laundry. It's very cathartic and relaxing for me. My wife hates doing laundry. She does most of the dishes. I hate doing dishes. So, if that were the situation in your house, you might say, you know what, hon, I appreciate that you came out with me tonight. I'm glad that we're spending time together, actually being active. And I know you might be a little bit tired. So how about I do the dishes for you? And that sort of reinforces and adds another positive to the experience for them, right? If their language is physical touch, maybe, you say, maybe you're tired. How about I give you a massage? If words of affirmation are their love language, then maybe you just build them up. You say, wow, I'm so encouraged by how well you did at that. I'm surprised by how excited I am to have you out there with me. And it's just been a great experience to spend this time with you, And maybe the exercise itself isn't enough to motivate them. Maybe the experience is meh, but they need something to kick it over the top in terms of interest, and you're that person to give them that. So there's a few options in terms of getting some buy-in from your spouse if you want them to sort of come on with you while you're setting the tone, right? Finally, one of the major obstacles I've seen in a number of cases is where one spouse becomes jealous of the other spouse or insecure when the other spouse starts exercising and their body begins to change. And, they'll say things like, maybe you're looking for somebody else. Maybe you're looking for attraction from somebody else. And first, I would encourage you, search your own heart. Is that true? Are you looking for attraction? Is your motive right? Is your heart right? But if that is indeed not the case and you're not actually looking for attraction, you're just doing it because you want to be a better steward, take care of your body, then, I'm going to give you a little bit of advice that's different than maybe what a lot of other people in the world might tell you. And a lot of other people might just tell you, the insecurity that he's feeling is his problem. But the reality is that in a Christian marriage, their problem is your problem, because when you become one flesh, that means you are the same person. You are together, you are a joint, and when one of you hurts, when one of you struggles, the other one of you struggles as well, because it causes division in that relationship. So I would say to you that first of all, you want to, of course, help them find their security in who God is and who God has said that they are, right? Get into the Bible, look into the Word, and encourage them, because our security cannot be found in things of this world. Money goes, our looks go. Heck, this used to be brown hair. This is gray hair. So the point I'm trying to say is, like, these things in this world aren't lasting. And if you're trying to find security in worldly things, you're not going to find it. The truth is that the real security we find is in God. And that is done ultimately by reading what he said about us in the Bible. So I'd encourage you to encourage them to read with them those sections, pray with them, pray for them. Now, practically speaking, the other thing you can do, again, remembering their love language, is to help them feel and know, based on your actions, that there's no reason to be insecure. This means going over the top in terms of making them realize how much you appreciate them. Now, if you're expending extra energy exercising and extra energy with your nutrition, and now you got to spend extra energy, invested in your relationship, that happens. What I can say to you ultimately is that in the long term, the investment will pay off, because not only will you be exercising, but your marriage will be strengthened in your spouse feeling more secure in your relationship with them. And they will actually then ultimately end up being more encouraging of you to go out and better yourself, because ultimately that betters both of you, because you're a partnership. They know that you're a team as opposed to them seeing it as a division. So just encourage them. Spend extra time with them. Give them extra compliments, extra massages, extra whatever. In other words, try and build them up, help them build up their security in your relationship through your actions and through your words in order to sort of better that relationship. So those are some of the pointers I have for you. I apologize again if the video went a little bit long. Truly, I'm not sorry. I hope you find the points useful. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to throw them down in the comments below, and I'll hope to get to those. Thanks again, guys. I appreciate each of you. Bye.